Hey guys, the word today is cursed and is taken from Genesis 3:12. And this is our 5 minutes chat that we're doing. I've explored the whole of the similar word that is appearing in this context and looked through the whole of the book of Genesis. I found it 5 times. So we're going to look at Genesis 3:14, where we're going to start, and then Genesis 4:11, 9:25, 27:29, and 49:7. Now, the first occurrence where it happened was the serpent was cursed simply because the serpent beguiled the woman. And in verse 14 of chapter 3, and Adonai Elohim said to the serpent, because you have done this, cursed are you more than all cattle and more than every beast of the field. On your belly you shall go, and dust you shall eat all the days of your life. The situation there is the headship had to be restored in the next two verses. And because of that cover that the man had over the woman, where the two has become one, was compromised in this situation. So serpent was cursed. The next situation was a twin, Cain and Abel. Abel's offering God was pleased with. Cain's offering God was not pleased with. Cain became angry. God said, go talk to your brother and come to terms with him so that he doesn't take over your position. But because Cain was so angry, he went and killed his brother. So even there's a compromise. Without having to settle it, there was a murder, and the blood cried out from the ground and caused the ground to be of very no yield for Cain. So Cain had to leave. And in verse 11, it says, now you are cursed from the ground, which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. This is in chapter 4, and we see that mentioned. The next time we see it is in chapter 9, verse 25. Now, Noah's nakedness was exposed, and Ham was going out to his brothers and talking to them, Shem and Japheth, about it. And because he had compromised his father's nakedness and not done what the other two brothers did by not looking at the nakedness and covering the father's nakedness, he was, not him, but his son was cursed. And so Noah said this in verse 25 of chapter 9. So he said, cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants he shall be to his brothers. And that's what happened when that compromise took place. Now, Isaac also blessed. This time, it was not Esau, but Jacob. Jacob came in a disguise as Esau because Rebekah, the mother, told him to do that. How did that happen? Because Rebekah heard from God that the younger will rule the elder. So between these twins, it seems like Jacob will be ruling Esau. And so this came about. But it looks like this is a blessing instead of a curse, because Isaac, the father, who was blind, who could not see, but only touching and feeling, did not discern that it was not Esau. So he went ahead and blessed him, saying, may nations serve you, and the people bow down to you. Be a master to your brothers, and may your mother's son bow down to you. Cursed be those who curse you, and blessed be those who bless you. And the last one we see here is between Simeon and Levi. These are Jacob's children. And because these two fought against the community that raped their sister and abused them badly, including their animals, this is what Jacob cursed them with. Cursed be their anger, and for it is fierce, and their wrath, for it is cruel. I shall disperse them in Jacob and scatter them in Israel. The reason why he did that was because of what they did. And so Levi did not get an inheritance. He was scattered around. And Simeon got a little bit, but he was absorbed by Judah. So this is what happened in these 5 verses of curses. There was a compromise, and people were cursed because of that, except for Jacob's case. All right, I hope you had a good time listening to this. Thank you for listening. I'll end this now.